we started in 24 stores, independent stores in Northern California. One piece of advice I would have is that scale is definitely your friend when you're starting out a business, because the thing that's really going to eat cash is scale. And it's also very difficult to pivot when you're at scale as well. So if you're in a sophisticated retailer or a large scale retailer, Walmart, for example, there is no wiggle room around, missing an order or not delivering something the way they want it delivered. Independent retailers will give you a lot more wiggle room. You can be out of stock for a week and then go back in stock. You can have a lot more control over that distribution base. And as I say, you're just eating through less cash because you're at lower volume. As soon as you start, once you're in 20,000 doors, we need much bigger manufacturing team. We need bigger sales team. We need, our cost of inventory is huge now to keep pace with that. So we only went to the next stage once we were confident that it was working at the level we were at. And by working, I mean, you're seeing good rate of sales. So there should be natural turn and demand for your product. Consumers should be finding a use for it, they're filling a need state, and then them coming back to repeat purchase. And that was what was happening with Olipop. So without us really sampling the product, which we couldn't because we launched through COVID, we're getting very high or healthy rate of sale initially. And we saw that in the independent trade, then we saw it in Whole Foods, and then we tested conventional and we saw it there, and we started to expand into other regions and we saw it there as well. So we just kept on going as we've seen, as we developed confidence that, it's working at each level. Because if you end up in a position where you have multiple regions or retailers that aren't working, that's when you end up hitting the panic button as an entrepreneur, because those stores will delist you and you might not get back in, investors will look at your performance and say, this is a brand that does not have legs to it. And so you'll struggle to get investment as well. It's always a through line that people project off. So it's much better to be in 24 stores selling amazingly than 100 stores doing the same volume, not selling that well, because people will just project that through line as you scale and say, well, what's the potential of this brand? And it doesn't look as good at that point.
Hey Foundr fam, we hope that you loved that clip. If you did, you can click through right here to watch the full interview. You don't want to miss this one. See you there.